A gimmick can definitely make or break a wrestler's career. While not every wrestler needs one, a great gimmick can propel a star to the stratosphere, like a Kane or Undertaker. Oftentimes though, a gimmick dooms a talent burdened with the role. Here are 10 of the worst gimmicks in WWE history. Spirit Squad. Who said the 90s had the market cornered on terrible WWE gimmicks? In 2006, the Spirit Squad was unleashed on the world with the absolutely terrifying gimmick of a group of male cheerleaders. Not that we have a problem with male cheerleaders, but casting them as pro wrestling villains? We don't think so. Amazingly, the squad would have a strong initial push where they won the tag titles before being squashed by DX for the whole summer and being shipped back to developmental. Literally. Max Moon. Looking like a misguided attempt at a Mega Man cosplay, Max Moon flew into the WWE in 1992 with a gimmick truly out of this world. Billed as a man of the future and sporting a jetpack and fireworks shooting gauntlets, Max Moon could only come from the insane mind of Vince McMahon. It might have been worthwhile if Moon could use the jetpack and gauntlets during matches, but sadly, he took them off before wrestling. Naked Mideon. One day, people at the WWE headquarters were presumably doing entirely too much drugs. Those same people also thought that the next logical step after being part of a satanic cult was to wrestle nearly naked. Seriously, that was the entire extent of Mideon's new gimmick. He would wrestle in a G-string with a fanny pack and no shirt. The only reasonable explanation is that a demon was still inside Mideon from his ministry days and compelled him to go on with this gimmick. Red Rooster. Coming to bookstores soon, Cock-a-Doodle-Doo, How to Ruin a Career with a Single Gimmick. Terry Taylor was a successful champion in Southern promotions, but once he came to the WWE, he would soon find himself with the gimmick of the Red Rooster. The moniker spawned off from an insult by Bobby Heenan. Logically, of course, Taylor embraced the name and said he never wanted to be known as Terry Taylor again. Alright then. Santa Claus. Santa Claus has surprisingly, or maybe unsurprisingly given WWE's insanity, made lots of appearances on WWE television. What less people know about though is the appearance of Santa Claus, Santa's evil twin. Rather than give presents, Santa would steal them, and he also hailed from the South Pole. He would wrestle one match for the company and won it. So technically, Santa Claus was undefeated. Well, at least it was hilarious to hear Vince McMahon freak out that it wasn't the real Santa. Isaac Yankem. Hey, that's Dr. Isaac Yankem to you. Before he would be transformed into one of WWE's greatest characters, Glen Jacobs was forced into the role of Dr. Isaac Yankem, evil dentist. Yankem served as Jerry Lawler's personal dentist who enjoyed drilling his patients in a cruel fashion. Oh wait, that didn't sound right. Amazingly, his first WWE match was with Bret Hart. Even more amazingly, the gimmick lasted nearly a year before it was finally extracted from WWE for good. Bastion Booger. We here at TheSportster believe that through a freak accident, Vince McMahon saw Austin Powers years before it came out and loved Fat Bastard. How else do you explain Bastion Booger? Mike Shaw's former gimmick of a wrestling monk wasn't much better, but not quite as bad as this. Allegedly given to Shaw as punishment for his weight problems, Booger was a gross, fat slob who ate everything in sight and had the worst ring gear ever. His outfit still haunts the dreams of wrestling fans. Akeem the African Dream. One Man Gang was a solid upper mid-card heel through the golden age of WWE. In 1988 though, it was decided Gang needed a makeover, and lo and behold, Akeem the African Dream was born. It was revealed by his manager Slick that Gang was actually African, and that he would return to his roots courtesy of a voodoo ceremony. The ceremony would take place in, and we quote, the deepest, darkest parts of Africa, but really a US ghetto. Anyone feel the need for a shower? Beaver Cleavage. The demographic for WWE in the Attitude Era was undoubtedly teenagers and 18 to 34-year-olds. Now, why did WWE think that these age groups would love a parody of an old squeaky clean TV show that nobody in those groups know of? When his tag partner Thrasher went down with an injury, Headbanger Mosh was repackaged with the gimmick of Beaver Cleavage, a man who had an incestuous crush on his mom. Thankfully, the gimmick didn't last long, but even one segment of this is just too much. The Gobbledygooker. A giant egg that had been teased for weeks finally hatched at Survivor Series 1990. What came out of the egg? A literal giant turkey. But like, come on, what else could it have been? The reveal went over like a fart in church, and turned to anger as Mean Gene started to dance with the damn thing. Perhaps the scariest thing of all though, is that The Undertaker debuted the same night as the Gooker. Maybe there's an alternate timeline where... Oh, no, don't even think of that. And that's it for our list. What do you think is the worst gimmick in WWE history? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to TheSportster for more awesome videos. Until next time.